Hmm. Hi, everybody, on a Sunday night. I'm Rod Hill coming to you from the Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington area. And so far, as a lot of you know, it's been snow up in the Cascades. They've had, I think the latest report is 15 inches of snow since it started Friday night behind that cold front. So 15 inches total Friday night, Saturday, and today at Timberline. About the same in Meadows. And they've had decent snow at pass level as well. Those passes are snow covered. I'll show you those in a moment. And yes, we have snow over the coast range, but so far, you get in the even out in wine country of Yamhill County, some of those hills 500, 800 feet. Haven't really seen much of anything. Temperature's been warming up into the mid 40s. Will that change? Well, we do know this cold low pattern, which is what we've been in, is going to sit here. It's going to slowly drop to the south, but basically little change. Dominate our weather for the next 5 days. It's going to keep us in a showery weather pattern, which means most of the time, not much total precip out there, even up in the mountains, nothing heavy. Valley snow. And this could change. This could change when I look at the weather models that come out tomorrow morning. But for right now, I think the best chance of in scattered locations, this will not be widespread probably, but in scattered locations of seeing a dusting to some light accumulations at sea level in the Willamette Valley in Southwest Washington. There's a shot Wednesday morning, and there's another system that I'm not sure if we get some snow Saturday morning before it warms up to rain or not. So still keeping our eye on at least a couple of things. Want to give you some outlook information, and then I'll get back to what we have coming up in the next couple of days. But, we started a new month over the weekend. Of course, today, February 2, Groundhog Day. Monthly temperature outlook from NOAA. Notice in blue, below normal temperatures, all of Oregon and Washington. Notice in green for the month of February, above normal precip. This could be true, but I think this is even more confident. The most confidence of these two maps to me is the below normal temperature for the month of February. Let me show you some particulars. So these are both the American CFS, Climate Forecast System models. This is the National Weather Service's chief kind of way out extended forecast model. So for the month of February, their upper flow pattern, here's Portland. The contour is 549. Remember, I talk about this often that the polar jet stream upper level contour height is 546. So we're not the polar jet would be, if this is exactly right, the polar jet would be across northern Washington. But still a very active, very chilly, very below normal flow pattern for us. Trough axis where you see the dips offshore, that's active chilly weather. And look what happens in March. Obviously, a lot of time for this to change. But right now, the March outlooks, you would expect in March, right? We're getting into spring for the pressure heights to be higher than February, but they're not. They're lower. 543 millibar. Absolutely polar jet coming down into central southern Oregon. Still an active trough offshore. If this were correct, this would be a way below normal temperature for the month of March and certainly set the stage for an active, wet, chilly start, chilly into February to winter, and chilly active start to the beginning of spring. So I've heard a lot of rumblings about, hey, our winter hasn't been very active. Well, maybe we're going to pay for that the back half of winter into the first part of spring. February only temperature outlook. On the left, the Euro model, on the right, GFS model. If you just look at the color coding, they're identical, right? You've got cold weather across much of the West, including all of Oregon and Washington. Same thing on the GFS model. The European model goes eight. If you look at the legend, 8 degrees Fahrenheit below normal, which would be insanely cold. I think that's overdone. The American GFS model, 5 degrees, still really cold, a little easier to believe. What I want you to take away from this is we are much closer to being record cold in February than we are to being normal to above. So evidence is almost 100% consistent to expect a colder than normal February with some decent winter precip to go with it. Quick shout out to my sponsor, the Momentous Wealth Podcast. You can listen to these investment podcast topics meant to educate you on Apple Podcast and on Spotify. Brought to you by local firm Momentous Wealth Management, licensed in Oregon and Washington. The firm that I use, I highly recommend Todd Pisarcik and his group. Okay, let's get you going and let's check 39 degrees. It's now 7. This will be the 7 o'clock ob. It's 7:21 on this Sunday evening. We did stay above freezing this morning out at PDX. You can see the scattered showers. This is kind of what the radar has been looking like. It's scattered precip. Notice there's a lot more over the Coast Range and the Cascades and more up into Washington, not as much in the valley from Portland south to Eugene. It's basically the way the radar looked most of the day today. Now, I mentioned snow. So Timberline picked up 10 inches Friday night and a Saturday. They picked up 5 today. So 15 inches total. Meadows about the same. Skibo 5 inches. They picked up, I think it's been 8 inches up there all total since it started. You can see them skiing up at Skibo, night skiing, and then Meadows, I think, has some night skiing going on as well. 16, 24, and 20. It's cold. I mentioned this the other day. See how it's been freshly plowed at Highway 26, ODOT's cam on government camp, 24 degrees. It's cold enough for the next several days that ODOT will not be able to get the snow and ice off the road. So they plow it, they treat it, but you will always be driving on snow-covered highways. I go 20, maybe colder tonight to 26, 2 to 4 inches of snow tomorrow, 1 to 2 Tuesday, 1 to 3 Wednesday. This is a forecast for Mount Hood specifically, and this is courtesy of Hillcrest Sports Store. They have all of your boarding and your ski needs, including clothing, boots, skis, poles, and you can certainly rent or buy the newest gear from them. They are located in Gresham and they sponsor my page. Santiam buried, Willamette Pass wet, Cabbage Hill, a mix of snow. This is 84, Interstate 84 out across the Blues, 28 degrees. The Siskiyou Summit, 29 degrees, and likely snow-covered problems out over the Siskiyou Summit on this overnight hour as well. Okay, what about the Coast Range? Remember, snow level is near sea level at night, and then during the day with warming, the snow level has been jumping up to between 500 and 1,000 feet. So here is Quartz Creek. This is on the west slope, the ocean side of the Coast Range. They've got some snow on the highway. It's 32 degrees, right? Okay, all right. Let's back it out. Here's the higher pass. This is on the east slope coming out of Portland, 1,400 feet. Absolutely snow-covered pavement, 29 degrees. Again, we've had all sorts of advisories and warnings for snow, both the Coast Range and the Cascades, and those snowy conditions to continue the next couple of days. Here's the way it looks on the future radar. This does not tell you whether it's rain or snow. It just tells you precip, okay? So this is tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. There's that heavy batch that did prompt winter storm warnings for a good chunk of southern Oregon. Scattered showers, only a few tomorrow morning. So if this is true, we're not going to see any dustings of snow in the valley tonight because there won't be enough precip. So this is tomorrow morning, later in the morning. This is getting into 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This is at most the number of showers we had today on this Sunday, but probably even fewer. So really a pretty dry day overall. Here's that stronger moisture fetch with potential winter storm type snow accumulations in south central and parts of eastern Oregon tomorrow. That's that fetch of moisture streaming in the upper flow pattern. Okay, let's go into Tuesday night. Tuesday morning, some scattered showers. Just Tuesday morning, I'm sorry. Scattered showers, but again, not much. What about snow? So let me back this up. This is Tuesday morning. So what this shows you is that tonight, Monday night into Tuesday morning, we continue to see snow in the Coast Range. The resolution of this is not perfect. This is not meant to show you snow at the coast itself. This is snow in the Coast Range. It's showing 6 to 8 inches of new snow, especially over Highway 6 and 26, where the elevations get up to 1,000 feet. So that's pretty good snow. Not a lot of snow in the North Oregon Cascades. Look at this, 3-4 inches, kind of what I just showed you on my Mount Hood page. Similar amounts up in the Washington Cascades. But look at this, bam, Southern Cascades, 16, 18, 26, 17 inches. Absolute winter storm warning conditions, and that continues out across parts of Grant and Harney counties out east as well. So pretty snowy. All right, now right here, see, don't pay attention to the gray. There's really nothing going on in the gray. That's snowless area in terms of nothing accumulating. There's Tuesday PM. Now I'm going to play this in a Wednesday morning. Bam! Remember that first graphic I showed you? There's a little upper level disturbance that both the American and the GFS models are showing that zips in Tuesday overnight into early Wednesday morning. And if that disturbance holds together, it would at least provide the best chance for some organized showers overnight, early morning. that could produce dustings of snow or light snow accumulations with freezing temperatures in Portland, Salem, and Vancouver, anywhere and everywhere. So that's what this is hitting on. This is probably too much. It shows maybe 3 inches, shows 4 inches in the upper in the higher, somewhat higher elevations, and certainly colder air as you head up towards Seattle. But again, Tuesday overnight, Wednesday morning. Let's keep an eye on that and see if we could possibly come away with some snow. Let's go around the horn. Medford's 38 right now. Overnight lows below freezing all 7 days. Daytime highs upper 30s to about 40 degrees. You've got rain and snow on Monday, snow likely on Tuesday, and each day before Sunday has some precip chances. All right, Central Oregon, what we got? Snow likely on Monday, 34. Remember, they're getting caught in that solid fetch of moisture coming up. Tuesday, 15 to 34, chance of snow, 1935 wind. These are cold temperatures all the way into Friday, right? And then a dry weekend over in Central Oregon right now, but still cold. 16 to 35, 16 to 34. Wow. Okay. Here's Pendleton. Chance of snow showers. This picks up snow on Friday, chance of snow showers over the weekend. So basically, this is showing fairly light snow shower chances of accumulation. Overnight lows about 20, daytime highs only around freezing. Okay. Not you guys don't get into that big moisture fetch that's across Southern Oregon, obviously. All right, North Bend, what do you got? Above freezing at night, 30s, daytime highs in the 40s, just chilly. Looking at rainy weather at times, ongoing. Okay. All right. Seattle, what we got? Remember the cold low is to our northwest, so snow levels get lower as you go northward this time. Doesn't always work that way. Often it does. It does this time. Overnight lows in the 20s, daytime highs only in 30s. This is a colder forecast in Portland. And this shows mostly snow showers. Had a friend text me. Is it still on my Facebook page? Let me just see, because it was kind of in it. Now it's gone. All right. Anyway, they were trying to get out of Seattle and they had a flight delay because it's been snowing up in Seattle. So this shows that Seattle, while getting above freezing during the day, really much of the 24-hour cycle in the coming days will be 32 or less, with snowfall accumulations possible. Let's see what they say in their worded forecast. Chance of snow before noon on Monday, partly sunny, highs near 38. Chance of precipitation 30%, new snow accumulation less than a half of an inch. Less than 1 inch Monday night. Less than a half an inch on Tuesday. But that's ongoing chances of snow accumulation, much more so in Seattle than we will see here in Portland. Here's Salem's forecast. Freezing temps tonight, daytime highs reaching 40 or better, kind of what we have been seeing. And we'll check out that Wednesday morning. Here's my 7-day forecast for Portland, courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros. I use them. They're great people. Highway 99 in Hazeldale, off of I-5. All right, right around freezing tonight. I don't think we have enough showers of any consequence, period. A high of 44 again on Monday. It was at least 45 today, I think. Same thing on Tuesday. Odds are there's not enough shower activity for much of a consequence, unless you are traveling up in the mountains where there's heightened chances of at least new inches of snow. And again, what the snow level has been basically sea level at night or close to it. And then during the day, 500 to even 1,000 feet. Meaning if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you're at 1,000 feet and you have a pretty good shower, that could be snow. And maybe your temperature is 32 and it sticks. But below that, rest of us, the first time I think we have any issue would be Tuesday overnight, Wednesday. Low of 28, and that could be light snow accumulations in downtown Portland and other spots. Right now, I feel like Thursday and Friday, while there could be some showers or some flurries, are mainly dry days. There's a weather system that comes in Saturday, depending on timing. It could start as snow or it could be all rain. That depends on timing. Keep an eye. Then right now I show dry weather on Sunday. All right, that is your update. Hey, thanks for taking the time to trust me or at least be interested in what I have to say by watching my videos. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps me out. You'll be notified when I post. For now, I'm Rod Hill.